you've left your suite at any point in the past month.
I have not.
You've seen signs advertising 50 Women at Yale 150. This year is the 50th anniversary of women coming to Yale College. To find out more about this important anniversary, we sent senior feminism correspondent Bradley Nowacek to find out more.
Do better next time. Hi, Jocelyn. I spent a lot of time researching this momentous anniversary, and I'm ready to report my findings. In 1969, the world was a different place. Richard Nixon was president, Bryan Adams had a banging summer, and people actually still believed Apollo 11 went to the moon. But in the fall of 1969, something changed. For the very first time, pale and stale white men weren't the only ones pulling up on College Street. Pale and stale women were too. But our story really starts in 1869, 100 years earlier, when Yale researchers were just developing the first working prototypes.
Wait,
now
this is supposed to be about women at Yale 150, right?
It is.
Okay.
It's the 50th anniversary of Yale's invention of women. Yes. So, where was I? The place I started my research is, of course, the Cushing Center, known for being adorned with hundreds of preserved human brains. These brains, the first female brains ever created, are important artifacts in the history of Yale's invention of women.
Those aren't the first female brains, Bradley.
Then why is there a room full of human brains at Yale?
Harvey Cushing was a researcher. He was just experimenting.
Those are all kinds of brains, not just females who, and I can't believe I have to say this, have existed for thousands of years, not just as long as males.
Harvey Cushing was in Deke, Jocelyn. If the time I spent at Francis taught me anything, it's that a Deke man will always need more female heads to even out the ratio.
He has a point.
Now, as I was saying, the graduate schools of Yale have been experimenting with prototypes since 1869, but it wasn't until 1969 that Yale College finally unveiled the first working models.
How would these researchers have invented women?
Well, there are conflicting reports. Some sources report a mixture of sugar, spice, and everything nice.
That's the Powerpuff.
Others say that an orphan snuck into the lab and was bitten by a radioactive woman.
No, that's Spider-Man.
And still others say that Harvey Cushing fucked a fish, which resulted in a mermaid, and from there was only a short leap to creating a full human woman.
Do you steal that from my diary?
You said it, not me. They also obtained a large amount of diamonds after researchers discovered that they were, and I'm quoting primary documents, girls' best friend. Through the course of my research, I learned that women were actually ready to be unveiled in 1967, but researchers held off the rollout for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool that it's exactly 100 years.
Oh no, they thought it would be, quote, fucking hilarious if the year ended in 69.
Nice.
Bradley, if women were invented 50 years ago, then how is it possible that you have a grandmother?
She's 50.
If she's 50, then how old is your mom?
Also 50.
Bradley, you know it's just been 50 years since Yale went co-ed.
So you're trying to tell me that Yale is spending an exorbitant amount of money on fancy desserts and celebrations, and has dedicated an entire academic year just to pat themselves on the back for doing absolutely the bare minimum of allowing women to study here when 70% of colleges and universities in the US were co-ed 70 years earlier?
Yep.
Come on, Justin, get rid of it. Yale wouldn't just celebrate themselves for doing the bare minimum.
Bradley Nowacek, everybody!